हेलौ। Nandini, can you connect?
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
If you've already connected, you can share your screen.
Yeah.
You can first run PSUP.
Okay.
First run PSUP, then open Oracle, okay?
Sure.
I'm audible?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So last topic we discussed with DCF, right? Data clarification form, and we did see how to manage multivariate discrepancies, right?
Yes.
So today we'll see lock and freeze. RDC also will see. First we'll see lock and freeze. But before we go further, can you just tell me the differences between lock as well freeze?
Locking means closing the data.
me, Nandini,
Yeah.
or any one of you. Just tell me the difference between lock and freeze based on the accessibility.
Edit access will remove entire CDM team except project data manager, the soft lab.
Right. Only one person, privileged person, will have access to the data after lock.
Yes.
Right. After freeze, then.
Entire time. Remove edit access from the entire time, including PDM.
Right. Including project data manager will not have access. CDM, entire CDM will not have access. Right. So this is based on accessibility. Can we add the new data in lock? Can we add the new data in freeze?
We can add
We can,
the new data in the log. We can't add or delete in the freeze.
Right. So in freeze, can we add the new data?
No.
no.
Right. So based on the locking feasibility, let's say, can we lock the whole study?
Yes, in
In
freezing.
the
You just need to relog in. Nandini, you just need to relog in,
Sure.
okay, to article.
Okay.
And just click on OK and relog. So can we freeze the whole study?
Yes, we can freeze the entire study, right?
Right. Can
Yeah.
we log the whole study?
No, we
No,
cannot.
we cannot log the whole study. We can log sites by sites.
Okay, we can log by the site. Is there any other contents that we can log?
Investigators, patients, positions,
Uh-huh.
Sites.
RDCM.
DCIs, DCMs,
Huh.
individual DCIs and ACMs too.
Right. Individual DCAs and DCMs also we can lock. Freezing, can we do? Can we freeze the individual DCAs and DCMs?
Now we can't freeze the individual DCIs and DCMs, but we can freeze investigator and patients.
Right. Can we freeze the whole study?
Yes, we
Yes.
can
Yes.
freeze the whole study.
Right. What about cascade effect? Will there be cascade effect in lock?
No. In freezing,
In
there is
freeze?
cascade effect.
Right. Can you explain what is cascade effect?
Freeze all units. It means subunits also will freeze.
If you freeze one unit, all its internal units will be locked. All its internal units will be locked. Let's say you take site. If you lock the site, so whatever the CRFs, DCIs, DCMs within the site, all will be locked. Once you lock, can you unlock?
Yes.
Once you freeze, can you unfreeze?
We cannot unfreeze. We can unfreeze, yes.
And what about lock?
Via privileged update.
So once you lock, you cannot unlock, Nandini.
Okay.
Once you freeze, you can unfreeze. Once you lock, you cannot unlock. There is no provision to unlock. Because after locking also, we'll have access to the data.
Yeah.
That means project data manager will still have access to the data. They can still add the new data, edit the data, even after locking also. That's the reason there is no need to unlock. But freezing, entire access will be restricted. So you can unfreeze it. Right. So lock and freeze that we can do in conduct. Security. So I have to restart the system. I did that one. Okay, meanwhile, we'll see the theoretical part. So now you know all the differences between log and trees, right? So let us discuss with the RDC bit. Okay. You know already difference between paper-based EDC, electronic data capture. Okay. If you can just recall the concepts. Okay. So electronic versus paper-based. Can you tell me what is the uh, second pass? You know second pass. Is the second pass required in second EDC system?
No, it's not
Do we need
required.
both? It's not required. Can you explain me why, Devi, why second pass is not required in EDC system?
Because it's an electronic database, it is directly entered into the system, and it's not we are manually entering the data into the system. But in paper based, we are manually entering the data, so we undergo first pass and next second pass.
In the EDC also, we will enter manually. We keep the data, but we will not enter from the paper CRF. It's from electronic. Okay, electronic, like a source directly sources to source data to directly in the data will be entered into EDC systems. So no need of second pass because site persons will enter the data into database. No need of second pass. Right. So if you can recall CRF design, we did only till DCI. So we did with the questions, question groups, then assigned to DCMs, DCIs, then DCI book also there, but we didn't do that book. So a book is required for the RDC data entry. Book is required for RDC data entry, remote data capture. Okay. So we need to create the book to enter the data. Even to enter into RDC also, it will ask you to select the book first. So we need to create the book. Book steps are just naming and defining the book, adding all the DCAs to book. That's all, changing status to active. So as we did question group, as we did with DCI, we just need to name and define the DCI book, add all the DCIs, logically related DCIs to DCI. So can we do the entire startup in the EDC, or is EDC only meant for data entry and the discrepancy management? Can we do CRF design? So actually here in Oracle system, Oracle providing you 3 modules. One is OC, Oracle Clinical. The other one is RDC, Remote Data Capture. It is for capturing and discrepancy management. The other module is there, that is TMS, Thesaurus Management System. Thesaurus Management System is for coding. For the coding, it is Oracle is providing TMS. But Oracle is providing RDC. For the entire CDM activities, Oracle is providing OC. In OC, we do the complete act, like right from startup till closeout. Even we do the data entry, we also do the discrepancy management. In Oracle Clinical, what we did already, we enter the data, and we all did with the discrepancy management. Okay. So RDC only for the data entry, capturing, data capturing, as well discrepancy management. So that means we cannot create the CRFs. We cannot design the study. We cannot configure the configuration. Cannot perform config validation phase the testing.
Your voice is breaking up.
What you can do?
Your voice is breaking.
So, am I clear now, Devi?
Yeah, now it's audible, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So whatever I discussed till now, in RDC, it's only for the data entry and discrepancy management. Okay, Oracle Clinical, we do the complete process. So what we do here in Oracle, we create the CRFs, we design the study, and we create validations, derivations, perform the testing and all. Then we'll make all these available to the site through RDC, remote data capture. Okay, I'll start RDC after this. First, we'll see the lock and freeze. You can expand the security. You have a lot of options here, right? You can just observe. Will there be any study? No, right? We just have only lock. Will there be study freeze? You can open study freeze, Nandini.
Sure.
Right, select the study. Better not to submit anywhere, Nandini,
Okay.
because further we have to create DCA book and all. Do not freeze these things. Okay, right. Percentage. I'll just show you how to freeze. We're not going to freeze anything. I'll show you one patient how to freeze and how to unfreeze. This is a study. You see the header. It will freeze the study. All sites, all patients within the study. If you freeze this one here, if you submit job, if you just click on submit job, the study will be frozen, so that it will freeze the complete contents of the study. Okay. No need to select the description. No need to select any value. Just submit job. Okay. You can exit here. This is a window to submit, to freeze the study. Now we have study unfreeze in case if you have already frozen study, if you want to unfreeze it, there is a unfreeze study. Here also no need to select anything. You just make sure that you are in your study. That will be in the window title bar. Here also just submit job. Okay, exit. Let's say I don't want to freeze the complete study. I have not done. After completion of all these, you can go for study freeze. When your data is ready for the analysis, then you can go for study freeze. But it's only one site that I have done with the complete validation. I would like to only freeze one site or one patient or one investigator. So you can go to freeze. Right, investigator, site, patient range, low to high range. Let's say if I want to freeze 1 to 10 patients, you can freeze here. Selecting low range 1, high range 10. 1 to 10 you can freeze. Okay. So if you select investigator, if you freeze, whatever the DCIs and DCMs assigned to the investigator, all will be frozen. If you select the site, it will freeze the site related DCIs and DCMs.
What is mandatory and pattern, ma'am?
Not required, those are all. Disable,
Okay.
it will not ask you. Yeah.
No.
Right. You can also exit here. I'll show you how to freeze one patient, but not now. Exit. Now you see lock. How many options that you have for lock? Even unfreeze also, you have just unfreeze, right? You can unfreeze by site. You can unfreeze by patient. You can unfreeze by the investigators. Okay. So locking of DCIs and DCMs. You can select any of these and you can select submit job. You can lock by investigator, you can lock by site, you can lock by patient's range, you can lock by event, you can lock by date, you can lock by DCI name. Any of these, you just need to select from the drop down and submit job. Let's say if I freeze one site, all the DCIs and DCMs for that particular site will be locked. Okay. So you can exit. Let's say I don't want to lock all the DCIs and DCMs to the particular site. I just want only lock few of them. Let's say I have 10 DCIs and DCMs. I just want to lock only 2 of them. So at the low level also you can lock. You can exit. High level you cannot. You cannot lock the whole study. Lock received DCIs and DCMs. Go to query, execute query. In remaining all the places submit job, but here no need to submit job. You just need to check the option lock like this. I'm not saving this one, but I'm just selecting only lock. Like this, you can lock. Like this, you can lock. In case, if you don't want to lock, even the entire DCI, within that, I would like to lock only one DCM or 2 DCMs. Let's say in one DCI, I have many DCMs. So go to received DCMs. DCMs. You can see we'll have the list of all the DCMs in that particular DCI. So here also you can either check lock. Okay, going back. Right. So here it is the list of DCIs what we entered till now. P1, P2, P3. P1 only one DCI you entered. P2 only one DCI. P3 only one DCI. Right? So what we do now, exit without saving. You go to freeze. Will freeze one patient. P1 patient will freeze. Patient range you can see. From low range you can select P1. Yeah. You can submit job, Nandini, this time. Yeah. Say okay. Now exit. We'll see the status. Okay. It will show you in the design, patient positions, patients. Design, patient positions, patients. Click on patient positions. Is it showing anywhere P1? Okay. The only thing is, we submitted PSUP. Did you do that, Nandini? PSUP?
Yes, actually,
It's not showing. Yeah, it's not showing P1. But anyway, we did restart, right?
yes.
I'll just check once. PSUP. It's not showing because we just restarted the system in the middle. You again freeze the patient because that patient is not frozen because of this PSUP. Right? You can go back. It's not showing here. You can see frozen. Back. Go to again freeze. Select that patient and freeze that. Conduct security freeze. It's showing you can see the first one frozen. Frozen. Okay. You can check the status of the position, like patient positions here. If in case if you freeze a site, you can check the status of the site here in the investigators and site study sites. See, there is a column frozen. After phone number, frozen, right? In case, if you freeze a site, you can check the status of the site here, whether it is frozen or not. And I'll show you where to check the study, whether it is frozen or not. In the conduct clinical study states, you see, it is showing frozen. Okay, whether study is frozen or not, you can check here. Whether site is frozen or not, you can check in the study sites window from the investigators on sites. Okay. Patient positions, patients, you can check the status of the patients. Now, we have done with the patient, right? Patient P1. There will be the cascade effect. That means all its internal units will be locked. Means DCI, DCMs will be locked. You go to conduct and check in the received DCIs and DCMs whether the DCIs and DCMs for this particular patient locked or not. Last but one, locked received DCIs and DCMs. Execute query. Showing demo, last one, locked. The DCM also locked. It's not showing. Here. Demo, DCM also will be locked. Okay. So this will be cascaded. Now, even locked date also we can update, but privileged update. Right. You can just minimize this one. Now, what you do, you unfreeze the patient. Unfreeze the patient. Security. In the unfreeze window, we can unfreeze the patient. Same, select from the drop-down P1. Now you check the status in the patients. Check the status in the patient. Patient positions. Is it showing frozen? No, right?
No.
Exit. Now you check the locked received DCS and DCMs now. It is still showing locked only. Means once locked, can't be unlocked. But will have the access. Okay. So this is what freezing and locking. You can exit. So Just create one book for your study. Go to DCIs. Same how you create DCI. In the same way you create DCI book and change status to active. Add DCIs to DCI book, change status to active. DCI books.
Sure.
Any name. Influenza underscore DCI book. INF underscore DCI book. Collection of DCIs. That is enough. Description mandatory. You can't skip that one. Make it default. Go to DCI book pages, add all the DCIs to DCI book. First, you can add these demographic. You can even assign the event, visit one. Make it active. You can go back. You can save it here and exit. You can completely exit from the Oracle. Log in as RDC. Click on change study. Because this is COVID study, you can click on change study, select your study so that whatever the DCA book just now created, that will be highlighted here. And whatever the data that is entered in Oracle Clinical, that will be reflected here also. Whatever you enter here, that will be reflected in Oracle Clinical also, immediately. Say okay. Right, you see visit 1, demographic data that we enter for P1, P2. P1 we logged, it's showing log symbol. P1, P2, both we did with the pass to complete. Okay, go to visit 2. See, everything will be displayed in the same window. It's like Excel sheet. See, visit 2, none of the adverse effects that we entered. Visit 3, see P1, P2, P3. Visit 4, P1, P2, P3. That means nowhere we enter vitals. Okay, that means visit 2, 3, 4 pages that we have not entered. Visit 1 if you select. Under that, whatever the DCIs that you have added, all will be displayed. Only one DCI we added, that is demography. See, visit 1, demography, visit number 1. Demo is a DCI name. So show unplanned visit pages. In case if you have another DCI, it will be here in place of show unplanned. One visit, you can add more than one CRF also. But we added only one CRF, that is demography for visit 1, showing all the patients. Only enrolled patients for whoever like header part is already entered, it will be here. We entered header part only for 3 patients. We have 20 patients because received DCI is only 1, 2, 3. Received DCI means for whichever that we enter data, header part. That is called received CRF. Okay, so for whichever we have entered the header part, it will show you here. Okay, now either you can just start entering data. Either you can go to visit 2 or visit 3, visit 4. In that you can enter. Or here P3 demographic you can enter. There is an empty space there. Select the visit date from the drop down. No need to enter much of header part here. It will not ask you to select the site, patient, investigator, all these. Only date it will ask you to enter. That's all. Date and time, in case the time is required. Otherwise, time also it will not ask. Okay. So in Oracle Clinical, we need to enter the entire header part. Here itself, you can choose the visit, for which visit that you are entering. Choose the DCI, for which that you are entering. Choose the patient. From the row, you can select the patient. From the column, you can select visit and DCI. Right. You can just use tab or just come out of that time. It will show you data entry page. I'll just enlarge the window. Right. Date of birth. You do one thing, Nandini. Here you just create one discrepancy.
Sure.
Create one univariate, create one manual.
Okay.
So both we can practice at a time. Here there is no difference. This is manual, this is univariate, this is multivariate. Okay. All will be displayed down the window on the discrepancy tab. In the age, you can create manual.
Sure.
Go to insert. Do not enter. Do not enter. Yeah. Let's say saying age is not clear, or age is not clearly provided, or age is there, units are not given. Whichever. Go to no. You need to create manual discrepancy for the age. Go to insert. Insert. Discrepancy manual. So you can just enter the message here. Age is not clear. Unable to enter the age otherwise. Unable to understand the field of age. Anything you can select, no problem. Anything that you can enter. That means as a data entry person, whatever the problem that you are facing with the field, that you can add in the manual. So here, no second pass entry. This is the only one-time entry. It will not ask you even second pass entry. There is no option also here. Right. Save button will not work. Tab. Now it will navigate you to next page of the same patient. See the header of the data entry? Patient P3. Page 2. No need to enter.
Okay.
It is asking, navigating you to next page. Patient P3, page 2, AE for the visit to. After entering this also, it will navigate you to next page, vitals. Next page, pregnancy information. It will just go on navigating you to the next pages until you complete all the pages for this patient. Now you can close this one. Right. Let us see any discrepancies for the visit 1. Visit 1, P3. Go to visit 1. On the top, no. This is to enter the new data.
Okay.
Now you are entering visit 2, patient, visit 1 you get. Right. Showing P3, data entry complete. There is no pass 1, there is no pass 2 on the icon. Icon if you can see. P2, P1 you see, pass 2 complete it is showing. 2 enter there. That means pass 2 complete. Here there is no pass 2. So whenever you enter the data in RDC, it will just show you entry complete, that's all. Okay. So now we have discrepancies in P3. How can we say we have discrepancies? It's highlighted with the red color. Okay. Open it. Right. Now you can close this again. You go to the discrepancy tab. Down the window, it is showing discrepancies tab. We have 2 discrepancies here. So it is showing 1 active, 2 also active. List here. Okay. Detail information about that particular discrepancy is here. This is the first discrepancy. This is the second discrepancy. The first discrepancy, it is showing 9003, but the date of birth is not valid. See, this is the one. So you can update this one. Open the CRF page. No, not there. If you correct, then it will be closed. Open the CRF page. To open the CRF page, you can just click on the CRF icon. CRF icon. This is CRF icon. Yeah. It is showing the lock and all, right? P1, P2, P3. Just you enter data, showing the red color, right? Click on that red color icon. That is a CRF image icon.
This one. I cannot.
And Nandini, it is showing red color, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Did you click on that one?
Okay.
That is CRF page.
Okay.
You can correct the date of birth. asking for the audit. That's all. Do not select. Okay. Okay, you're correcting this also. No problem. Yeah, you can correct. Right. Now you corrected 2 of them, right?
Yes.
Close this one. Yeah, close this one. But in the discrepancies, it is showing only one closed. The second one closed. First one is still showing active. Can you navigate and see? Closed. Second one closed. 1, 2. Tabs are there, right?
Yeah.
Go to 1 active, go to 2 closed. 2 closed, it is showing date of birth closed. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Value of so-and-so date of birth is not valid date. 1 still active. That means manual discrepancy, even though after correcting the value, it is not showing closed here. So we have to manually close this one. Where you can select the action. Action. In the same window, you have action. Yeah. Can you select once internal CRA review or send to site or send for the clarification, whichever. Age is not clear. Some comments that went in. Now this will be turned to a yellow color. The CRF image will turn to yellow color. There is no save. Use tab. You can see here. I just saved the window. It is showing now yellow color. So red color means the discrepancy that it needs your attention. Yellow color means that require other users' attention. Now what I did, I just selected send to site. Okay, that means it required other person's attention to clarify the discrepancy. So it's turned to yellow color.
Where, ma'am?
Okay.
Send to site, where is their option?
Here it is. One other closed, right? See, one other, two closed. Till now it is showing one active. Till now. Two closed, one active. But now it is showing one other because it required other people attention. Okay, here you can select action.
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
You can close this, Nandini. Action. Closed. Select the investigator correction or anything. Right. It is now closed. Now it is not showing red color, yellow color. The discrepancy is closed. Okay. Even if you want to see multivariate also, you can see here. Validate. Patient, site, study. Okay. If you run, it will run the validation. Validate, study. This will run the batch validation in case it is showing validation. See, this is nothing but executing the batch validation. If you execute this one, batch validation will be executed and it will show you multivariate discrepancies. Multivariate also will be in the list of discrepancies tab only. Here only it is showing. See, please select the CRF to see the discrepancies. You want to see the audit trail, you can see here. This is audit. In this audit RDC, we don't have any verification approval access. But if you have, you can even have verification approval access. So just beside that audit trail, we have verification approval, right? You can go there and you can go to approval. There will be the button, approve the CRM. Approve the CRM. Okay. If you just click on that, CRF will be approved. General investigative will do that. Go to verification. We don't have that option here. A small button will be there, approve. Here also, small button will be there, verify. It will be verified. Right? So this is about RDC. Go to help, RDC help. You can just take the picture of this one and try to go through. Right. Okay. So I'm closing the session for today. Okay. See you. See you on Monday. Okay. Monday. It's going to be clash. Okay. I will email you regarding the time. Please check your email and attend the class because daylight saving is going to end. There may be 1 hour time difference, but I'll let you know. I'll communicate by email, whichever the time. Okay. It will be 1 hour here and there. Okay. I will let you know the time. Okay. I'll email you the time.